Hello everyone, welcome back to the kitchen table. Today on the kitchen table, it's the follow-up to the giveaway that we did of the DBSMods ITELite panel antenna mod for the Phantom 3. So we're going to have a look at the results from that, from the winner of that, who's done the mod and is reporting back. But before we do that, it's the kitchen table. We always have a beverage when we're discussing our drones on the kitchen table. It's quite early in the morning here, so I need all the help I can get with caffeine. So again, we're on the coffee. As usual, it's the home roasted Monsoon Malabar, which just is still my go-to. So cheers. Oh, that's good. That is very good. Right. DBSMods. You'll remember that DBSMods sent through the antenna mod for the Phantom 2, the Vision Plus. And one of the things I decided when they sent that through was, if you're going to buy a mod that involves you either taking the lid off this or taking the back off your transmitter, then I think one of the key things you need to know is actually how easy a job is that. Now, those of you who've been subscribers for a long time will know that in the past I have done modifications to my original Vision, my P2. I've added fly tricks when in the days when you had to solder it, the lids have come off things. So to me, I've even replaced motors and ESCs on the P2. So to me, that side of it doesn't really come into the equation. It's one of those things where if you've done it before, you kind of know the score. But I think for a lot of people, especially if they haven't done anything like that, and especially if they have a untouched aircraft, it's probably quite a key part of the review process, is how easy is it to do. So I came up with the idea of anything that involves getting down and dirty with a soldering iron that I've done before, rather than doing it and just assuming that everyone can do it, I will give it away on the proviso that people who receive it test that installation. We had a great video from one of my subscribers who won the P2 version, and DBS recently sent me through the P3. And that was won by a viewer called Chris. And as per the agreement, Chris went away and he did a really nice job of filming him installing the mod, what to do to the transmitter to get this in. And so let's have a look at the process now. So there we go. Many thanks to Chris for that really good in-depth video. He gave me a few comments to say, look, you know, removing all the rubber backings and the screws and things was absolutely no problem. And, you know, just a little bit of careful pressure and a few tugs and going gently, and the back of that of the remote came open quite well. Basically, his summary is just be very careful, take it steady. You've got to watch out for some of the ribbon cables and that you don't, you know, take everything away slowly and double check for connections and bits and pieces. He also said that when you're in there, just watch out for some of the thin cables when you're removing the old antenna cables. And you might have to do things like removing the gimbal tilt wheel, which just gives you a bit of room for extra maneuver. So that a few little tips and tricks in there, but pretty much he said, I think his comment was, look, not for the totally faint-hearted, but if you get your tools lined up and take your time, it's straightforward. So I think that's probably a fair comment. If you are completely new into getting the opening up the transmitter and having a look inside, and it's not something similar you've ever done before, then maybe get someone to help, or at least have a good look at lots of different YouTube videos. But if you've got some very sort of basic experience at kind of opening things up that are electronic and doing it gently, then carefully is the way forward. So the results everyone wants to hear. So basically, yeah, Chris went out and did some flying. He actually had some issues with wind, which meant that he didn't want to push things. But you can see from this screenshot, here's a screenshot he took. He's out to 3.4 kilometers and he still has 4 out of 5 bar signal strength left. So yeah, there's plenty of scope on that. If you are looking to extend your range for whatever reason, if you're looking to do long range FPV in territories where that is legal, then this looks like, for the in terms of bang for buck, it looks like DBSMods yet again have come up with the goods. If going forward, if Chris gets out and you know does even more, we'll take some shots of that. But if you go to the DBSMods website, I'll put links to the descriptions below and stuff. You'll see that some people appear to have got crazy distances. Admittedly, they look like they're flying in the middle of nowhere with absolutely no interference, but you know, there you go. If that's your thing, do it. If you're not interested in flying long range, but you actually want to get the best quality of reception, especially if you're in areas of higher interference, or you know you're going through, you find that wherever you fly there's a bit of an issue, then this could be an option for actually keeping you within close range, but really maximizing the feed quality so you don't get so much glitching and things like that. But that's obviously up to you. All the details in the description where you can buy it from DBS. Thanks to DBS for sending that through. Again, no strings attached. They didn't know I was going to give it away, but we did. Thanks to Chris for doing that and for taking the time out to make the video. Thanks to you for watching. If you enjoy this kind of thing and you'd like to see more, then there are ways that you can support the channel in the description below. If you choose to do any of those things, and that includes just liking this video and sharing it and subscribing, then I really appreciate it. And thanks very much for watching. See you again soon. Cheers.